Good morning. Hi, hello, everyone. Today's the day. Today's the day. We are doing our Tony Award predictions for the second year in a row. This is a new annual tradition that I have committed Kate and Ashley to forevermore, whether they like it or not. My name is Katharine Quinn. I'm a 30-something working on Broadway, and I'm still a Broadway nerd and fan. I am joined by Ashley Hufford and Kate Reinking, both brilliant theater creators. You should follow them. Where should people follow you?
TikTok as of now. Who knows by the time of this recording?
Gosh.
I guess that's an important thing to share, everyone. It is January 4th, 2025, the day that we record this. We really like to set ourselves up for absolute failure by recording these like 5-6 months before the actual Tony Awards. So we are flying like we don't know anything. We don't know anything. True predictions.
So as of January 4th, TikTok, Ashley Hufford, just my name, Instagram, forever. Maybe a Substack by the time you see this. We'll find out.
Ooh, Ashley, I love that.
This actually, if I say this now, then I have to do it. So
Yeah.
that's so yeah.
My God.
Station.
Oh, I love that.
But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very always this is a fun, weird challenge where I'm sure by the time we rewatch this back, I'm gonna be like really embarrassed. That's where we're at.
I don't think we were last year, were we?
No. I just loved the Notebook so much, and it didn't.
Yeah, I'm not embarrassed by
We
wanting
all
it
have-
to do well, though.
No, we all have our ponies. It's okay. All right, Kate, where can people follow you? Where do you create?
For now, TikTok, Theater is Life. I'm also on YouTube, Theater is Life. And I'm Last Midnight on Instagram.
Love it. Fierce. Okay, should we do this?
Let's get into it.
We were sort of talking about this. I guess the other two disclaimers briefly. One is I work on Broadway. When we recorded this last year, I was not officially on the dotted line for any eligible Broadway shows. This year I am. I run social media and influencer activations for Maybe Happy Ending on Broadway. I was a mega fan before I joined the show. I did see it 4 times prior to actually working on it. And now I've seen it only 6 and I miss it. Like I'm eager to see it again. So that's a disclaimer to make. And we genuinely, like the reason I just talked about this on Instagram this morning, but by the time you watch this, it's been gone for 6 months. The reason that I trust doing this with Kate and Ashley is because they are both smart, critical people who treat the industry with kindness and sort of like an understanding of context that not all, I don't necessarily find that all creators do. Yeah, no, I've been such a fan of both of their content and their voice, and we have very dissenting opinions, but I still deeply respect our dissenting opinions very much. And so it's just worth noting this is not supposed to be some sort of like takedown and we want this show to fail and whatever. Like all 3 of us are madly in love with theater. We desperately want it to thrive. We want this Tony season to be incredible, which I think it absolutely already is. And so anything where we're like, we want this show to succeed does not mean that we want another show to fail. So anyway, anything else that y'all want to add there?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to come up very soon, but I feel like for the first time in a long time, it feels like we have a complete season. And again, maybe in 6 months, we'll be like, LOL, they've added 12 more shows.
What is Seaview Productions doing right now? Because they inevitably are going to announce like 12 shows by tomorrow.
Yeah, but I feel like normally, like at this point, we're like, oh, there's a couple openings. But right now, it feels like sort of
Locked.
Like, oh my God, Dead Out Lock. I took that last spot. And I feel like that's sort of where we're at, but which is fun. Like, that's exciting that if this is the locked in, it makes things slightly easier than being like, well, if a show does join and this person is in it, they could maybe get a nomination. Like,
I just remember last year we were predicting shows that were opening because they had not announced Gatsby. They had not announced something else. But then we didn't even have Illinois on our radar at this point last year. Like that just came in. Like it hadn't even started off Broadway.
Blue.
Had Stereophonic announced yet?
No. Oh,
right.
wait.
And we like, and obviously like we all were like, we love this show that if it does announce could win everything, which fun fact, it did very well.
Mess and blessings. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's get into it. Okay, I think what we're going to do is start with costumes and work our way up this list. How do y'all feel about that?
That sounds good.
I like it.
Fantastic. Just for everyone's brains, I'm gonna just like quickly run through the shows that are possible here. Let's start with musicals. Do y'all want to do musical and play simultaneously? Oh, we did musicals only. Let's do that. There's not enough time, respectfully. Let's just do musicals. Last year we were like, we'll come back and do plays, and we never did. But let's focus on musicals. So the musicals in question are Smash, Tammy Faye, R.I.P., Death Becomes Her, A Wonderful World, Maybe Happy Ending, Swept Away, Old Friends, Redwood, Boop, Buena Vista Social Club, Operation Mincemeat, Just in Time, Real Women Have Curves, and Dead Outlaw. When does Real Women Have Curves open? April?
April?
My assumption for all of these is April. I'm like,
April 1st is the first preview.
Okay.
Dig it. Best costumes of a musical. What do we think? Everyone take a second to contemplate.
I have a very strong opinion on this, actually.
I think I also have a pretty strong opinion on this.
Like, I think I would be surprised if we don't all have the same pick.
Kate, what's yours?
Death Becomes Her.
Great. Ashley, same. Ditto. So that's
I will
say
say
as well.
the only place I might have a spot in here, I mean, like, not necessarily for, like, is Boop, only because I have no idea, like, what it looks like, and I feel like that is a show that could come with a lot of really fun costumes, and I know there's, like, a whole New York Comic-Con element to it that probably has a lot of really fun costumes, but, like, Death Becomes Her costumes are insane.
Yeah.
I saw both Out of Town and Death Becomes Her, and I think that there's some great stuff going on in Boop as well, but Death Becomes Her definitely takes it for me.
Yeah. I mean, they're so elaborate. Like, it really, like, Death Becomes Her is like the big Broadway, it feels like a big Broadway musical in that way that, like, I love having, like, I like having a show that feels so Broadway. So when people come, I can be like, go see Death Becomes Her. It's got fun effects. It's got massive costumes. That's the show. Like, if you want
After you go see The Great Gatsby.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. No, I totally agree with you. I mean, the costumes have special effects. The costumes are also lavish and like multi-changing. And then I don't know that I've ever seen an ensemble dressed as beautifully as they are in that show. Those opening costumes, I remember sitting in Chicago and just being like, are you kidding me? Like, you made Colton Krause even more beautiful. Like, just incredible.
Yeah, incredible. Should be rewarded. We'll definitely get nominated.
Yes,
we'll probably win, and we'll be worthy of all of the things.
Plus, they're Paul Tazewell, right?
Yeah.
So
he's having a good year.
It's his year.
As much as I want to shout out the Sunset Boulevard black slip dress, which is iconic.
Do you think it'll get nominated?
Probably. I mean, when there's 50 black slip dresses on stage, it does look great.
Listen, we all love that revival very much, so it's fine. Sound of a musical.
Oh, this has to be Sunset.
Yeah, the sound of Sunset is incredible.
Interesting.
They go outside.
That's so true. I could see Redwood getting nominated.
I have no idea. I could not tell you. Like, I know one single thing about Redwood, and it's that Idina Menzel is in it. Like, that is my knowledge of Redwood.
The cast.
Trees, Idina Menzel, trees, to quote Mickey Joe.
That is in fact all correct. No, I just remember that it was like deeply cinematic, and when something is cinematic, I'm like, sound design, which is not really maybe the most informed take. I mean,
it worked for Outsiders, so
true. That's true. I really love Maybe Happy Endings sound design.
Yes. I
think it's really, really great.
I'm curious about Floyd Collins because I feel like there could be some cool sound stuff when it comes to like being in a cave.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I again don't know much about the show outside of the very basic premise.
I can also see Swept Away getting nominated.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That sound design was gorgeous.
Yeah. Anything else to add there?
Wait about 4 seconds because of what's coming up next. But yes, I do think that Swept Away, it was beautifully lit, beautiful sound.
Okay, set design of a musical.
Speaking of set design of a musical, Swept Away has an incredible set. And I'm really sad, obviously, that it's closed. And I think that will make it a little harder for it to pull out a win when a show has been closed at this point, 6 months by the time the Tonys happen. And I do want to shout out Maybe Happy Ending here too, because what they do with, I mean, because I guess this is a Kate question, because I feel like, how does it, like all of their stuff, the panels, the light, is that like lighting or is that set?
Oh, that's a good question. Like the physical lighting.
Because the way.
I have the answer.
Never mind. Sorry. I should have asked Katharine.
I am working on the show.
I know, but I just feel like Kate knows every intricacy of every single, like being like in subcategory B in the 7th clause.
It's a combination of all of the above. So like there's, I wonder if I'll get in. No, we'll see this around the time of the Tonys, so it'll be fine. But underneath, so on top of the portals, there's like cabling. There's tons and tons and tons of lights in the floor, on the side. So like when you're seeing Soul, like the reflection of Soul in their rooms, like that's all in that unit. It's not from like, a tree that's off stage left. So there's practical lights inside. There's like little stage lights inside. The entire ceiling of both of their rooms is decked with tons of lights. And then for all of the like prisming in and out, there's a special name for it, but it's fancier than LED tape, because you can literally like, it is physical blacks that move, and the tape is timed perfectly to like go in and out with each of those prisms or move left and right with each. It's literally,
designs that.
That's what we were trying to figure out. That was my question, was if it's set or lighting.
I mean, I think the lighting design is gorgeous in the show.
Spoiler.
As well.
So this is a spoiler alert. If you haven't seen, maybe I'm adding spoiler alert. like, how do the fireflies like in the audience count?
Yeah.
Right? Like to me, I'm like, where do those count as lights? Those count, like, which again, this is all like getting really nitpicky, but I'm just more like, because to me, I'm like, that moment is so magical, but is that a lighting moment or a set moment or is that a direction moment? So it doesn't even actually matter into any of that.
It's all three. Give everyone their kudos. Give everyone their cookies. It's beautiful. It's a combination of all of the above, which honestly, I do think is the magic of maybe Happy Ending, that like there's so few shows. Like I think that's also just like a Michael Arden experience, that like every single department is on the same page. Like lighting is on the same page, sound is on the same page. It's so clear that it was like all show run together, instead of like this person is going to be an expert over here and an expert over here and an expert over here, and then we're going to come together and see how it all works together. It's like no. Every single tiny micro detail was like super intentional. So as far as like the fireflies in the house, are they set or lights? I have no idea, but the fireflies on stage are beautiful enough that I'm like, give it to set, give it to lights, give it to direction, give it to all of them. You know what I mean?
And I guess really at the end of the day, it's however the Tony voters interpret.
That's so true. That's so
they're
true.
like, oh, lights, yeah, the fireflies, yes.
Back to business. We're going to talk about lighting design of musical.
This one's hard.
You did.
And especially because we were just talking about maybe Happy Ending and, you know, where does that lighting fall in and how are the Tony voters going to perceive it? But then you have like vastly different lighting, like Swept Away, lighting gorgeous. Sunset is all lighting.
I love Sunset's lighting design.
And like, I have no idea what the last 5 years is going to look like.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, true.
But then that creative team is so bonkers.
Yeah.
That I'm like, this could be the most beautiful production of a show you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like every time I've seen anything for the last 5 years, I'm like, I don't understand this at all. They're like the Cooperman brothers choreography. And I was like, what choreography? What's happening?
I can't wait.
And it's like Queen of Transitions. Like it's all these things where I'm like, I don't understand. Like, so I have no idea. I mean, Smash is also a good example. Like Smash could have some really cool, really cool stuff, but I have no idea because I don't know what it looks like.
Floyd Collins, the lighting in that cave.
I just like that every time we're like, Floyd Collins, cave.
That's all I know about it.
I know, same.
It is sad that you can't do a Floyd Collins Swept Away 2-show day though, because it's really just sad men musicals.
You could do Dead Outlaw and Floyd Collins.
That's another one we haven't talked about at all, but that for me is going to be performances more than anything else.
Yeah.
But who knows? I didn't see
the music
and writing and the writing.
Great. I haven't seen it, but I believe you because
sorry, this is like going back to set. Mincemeat set could also be very fun because they have some fun, weird set stuff.
You've seen it?
Yeah. Again, I don't think it'll win, but I think it does.
It'll be nominated.
I think it has fun set tricks.
I was thinking that it would get a nomination potentially for costumes.
Yeah.
I buy that for sure.
Yeah. And that would be like the closest to a Suits musical.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you and the Suits musical. You're not wrong. Okay.
They love a Suits. They love a Suits. Tonys love Suits.
Tonys love Suits.
And we actually don't have as many suit plays as normal.
We have showbiz plays. This year is just all showbiz. Yeah. It's like Sunset Boulevard and Death Becomes Her and Boop and Smash. And like the whole season is just like... Oh, Mary. Well, oh, Mary. We love showbiz. And I may say...
we didn't talk about Mary. That's because it's a play.
Yeah, we all love Mary. Okay, wait. So where did we land on lighting design for musicals? Redwood's lighting is really pretty.
Okay.
Swept Aways was really gorgeous. Maybe Happy Ending, I'm biased and think is perfect.
I have Sunset winning, but it's a tough pick between that Swept Away and maybe Happy Ending for me.
For me, it's maybe Happy or Sunset.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, orchestrations. I'm a mess. I'm just like, maybe Happy Ending.
And I have Sunset.
I'm dead. I think it's true that maybe Happy is my favorite of the shows that I've seen because I've not yet seen Dead Outlaw. But of the shows that I have seen, maybe Happy Ending is my favorite original musical and Sunset is my favorite revival.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, I agree, but I will say maybe Happy Ending for me, the music is, not that the music is bad, it's the least.
I will fight you on this, but I hear you.
But like, I was like, when it comes down to it, like, I was like, to me, the music is the least exciting part of maybe Happy Ending to me. I'm very excited to listen to the cast recording, but when it comes down to the show, that to me is the least exciting part. Although I have the da 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 in my head all the time.
I vehemently disagree, and I support our dissenting opinions.
That's fine. Does Gypsy not count for orchestrations because they're using the original orchestrations? Do we know?
Or I have no idea.
Are they?
I don't know. That was my guess was they were because of their whole thing with the orchestra. I don't know, but I have no idea.
I have it getting a nomination, but I don't know if it's even eligible. Apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So where did we land on this? Smash could be fun.
Yes.
Smash could definitely get a nomination.
Yeah. I also put Buena Vista Social Club in here.
That's a really good call.
Yeah.
because and they were nominated for one of the off-Broadway orchestrations.
It is a very cool score because it's.
Did y'all see it?
I did. Okay, I liked it. I think the book needs work. What I mostly think always the book needs work. The show for me, the biggest problem was that it felt too big for the space. Like it felt like they're trying to do this really. So I think that'll be. I'm very excited to see it on like a big stage because the choreography was incredible.
Cool.
But like it felt like they had no room to move because they were at Atlantic and it was this big. So I think being on like a real Broadway stage where they can like do the full out everything because they had a huge set, a huge cast, and like Atlantic is tiny. So I'm excited to feel like they're not cramped.
Yeah. Okay, orchestrations, again, I'm very happy if it's maybe Happy or Sunset for me. The Fireflies moment, I think, is useful in terms of like a campaign of Tony Awards. Do you know what I mean? It's like when like people like it when there's a coup.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's so, I mean, it's such a beautiful moment. Like it's, I cry every time, even though I know it's coming now.
It's the best. Okay. Oh, it's our favorite, everyone. Best book of a musical.
Okay, I will say we have some good books this year.
I agree.
So much better.
Like it's actually wild.
I don't think there's nothing so far that if it got nominated, I would be upset about.
Right. Like,
But I also haven't seen a lot of the shows.
I was going to say I haven't seen Wonderful World.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, but did you see Tammy Faye?
I was about to say, I don't think we're worried about Tammy Faye book nomination here, though.
Yeah, I'm not. And you know what? I liked the Tammy Faye book more than other books in previous years.
Wow.
A Tammy Faye supporter, famously. So I think again, Tammy Faye getting a nomination would be less egregious than the last couple seasons. We've had some nominations that were egregious. So before,
and the year before was New York, New York.
Okay, wait. What were we on?
I love Operation Mince. I mean, I think the Operation Mincemeat book is so good.
Yeah, I definitely have it getting a nomination. I think maybe Happy Ending I can see being
definitely
a contender here.
Yeah.
And then Dead Outlaw I think is a contender here, especially with Inamar Moses.
And Death Becomes Her, I would not hate a nomination here. I think that shows the
that's
book
true.
is great and so funny, and it's so hard to write like a really snappy, funny, without being like stupid in a bad way, like book.
Yeah, it felt like TV comedy writing, and I think, and in like in the best possible way.
I have no idea what Just in Time is. Again, that could have the greatest book of all time.
Maybe.
What about Pirates! Exclamation point! The Penzance musical.
Oh yeah, I guess that will count.
Would that be eligible?
Probably. I mean, it's
because I thought
but it's sung through
the book. Are they giving it a new book?
I assume everything else is new, but maybe not.
It counts as a revival, both an entirely new book and entirely new. But you're not wrong. Like
also, we did not include that in orchestrations, and that could
That's
be
a good call.
A huge contender for orchestrations.
That's a good call, Kate. This is the point in our video in 6 months we're going to be like, Kate knew.
Either that or it's going to be really embarrassing with, what a train wreck of a revival it is.
No.
We have literally no idea.
I like the one night concert that we saw.
I haven't seen it. I didn't see it.
So they did a one night concert roundabout. Kate and I went. I had a great time.
Yeah.
And it was really funny because I made a video about it. And I was at something, and then one of the actors came up to me and was like, I had no idea they even had a concert until I saw your video, and they're in the revival. It's like, they did.
We love that. Okay, wait. So where did we land on this?
We're just talking. Okay, so other shows that books I have no idea about. Boop, no idea. Smash is in concept, as in this music is from Smash TV show. Characters sometimes have the same name as people from Smash TV show. The plot is an entirely different plot from Smash the TV show.
And y'all saw the presentation?
We did, and I've heard they've completely changed the present. I mean, I completely changed it. Like they've moved, even like songs that people sing have changed. The end is entirely different. So. And I did enjoy the presentation a lot. It was silly, but
it was fun.
Campy?
Yeah.
Does it take itself seriously or no?
I mean,
not at all.
Again, the end has changed, but in the presentation, Ivy dies of a drug overdose. Like it was crazy.
What do we do? And then there's like
what? This is like fanfic of Smash.
Like it was.
And people were so split on it. Like everyone hated it. I had a blast.
I was crying, laughing.
Wild.
Well,
like something rotten? Is it a send up of showbiz intentionally?
Well, because this is
I'm genuinely asking.
Right, like it's a completely different story, right? Because like obviously Robin Herder as Ivy is very different than Megan Hilty as Ivy in 2006 or whatever.
I just watched the pilot for the first time in 13 years last night.
And like that's so like it's a much more of like an older seasoned a veteran, right? As opposed to like too young chorus girl and a new upstart. Like, but again, now like the Karen in the workshop was like barely a character, and now they have Caroline Bowman, so clearly they've rebuilt that character into a totally different thing. So I'm still curious. I have no idea how
I'm
they're going with it.
fascinated.
Yeah.
I'm even more excited. I was already like, I don't know anything. This could be anything. It could be anything. And now it could be even more of anything.
They're very willing to do whatever.
Fun. I wonder if the preview process will be like kind of chaotic, deliciously
I'm assuming
so.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
I'm very excited because I mean, obviously Alex Brightman was amazing, but John Bellman is like
I love John Bellman.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And I love Alex
Perfect.
Brightman.
Right, a perfect role for John. It's going to be so good. He's going to be so good in it. He'll get his huge number, which is going to be an all-star number. Maybe get an.
I was just like, Alex Brightman is the next generation's Danny Burstein, and now I can't wait for his Herbie. And like,
Oh my god.
Real?
Yeah, but real. But that's right. Like Alex Brightman when he gets to do Tevye and Fiddler on the Roof, gonna be amazing.
I will be ready for that revival. I'll actually be ready for it. Oh, I love that very much. Okay, I again have forgotten what on earth we were even talking
We're
about.
at book.
We're still at book. That's why I forgot.
off the rails.
We did go off the rails. Okay, so what do we think will get nominated? Nominated will be maybe Happy Ending, maybe Death Becomes Her,
Dead Outlaw.
Operation Mincemeat,
Yeah.
Dead Outlaw.
Go Smash. I'm gonna go Smash in that final spot, just for fun. I don't know. It could be Smash. It could be Real Woman. It could be Just in Time. But
We've had some like rogue choices in the past where we were like, just for the hell of it, we'll say this, and we've been right. So like, I don't know. That could be.
Anything could happen.
That could be it.
I'm so in on Smash based on just the fact that I love the TV show so much, so I don't care. Like I'm so in. I'm all in.
Okay, I love that for you. Excellent. Okay, score.
My rogue pick for this one is Boop. I think Boop takes it.
Interesting. I haven't heard a single song from
Really?
Even the one that Jasmine Amy Rogers sings.
Where I'm meant to be.
Heard nothing.
And something to shout
good.
about. Where I'm meant to be is really great.
Yeah.
I really like some of the music in that show.
I'm going Mincemeat because I love the score of Mincemeat. I listen to the score of Mincemeat all the time.
Really?
I would say 95% of the songs don't work outside of the context of the show, but they're so listenable. Like they're not going to become like deep classic cuts that you see sung at 54 Below shows, but like which Boot probably has lots of because I feel like that's the kind of song where they're like writing big number after big number after big number. A lot of our new best musicals do not have eligible scores, right? Like
Also Dead Outlaw.
yes, but like
Dead
I'm saying,
Outlaw.
but like Smash not eligible, Wonderful World not eligible, Swept Away not eligible.
I didn't know Smash wasn't eligible.
Well, I don't think it is because it's
not a new score.
It's not a new
It's
score.
all things that we've heard.
Every single song is a song that you've
there's
already.
one new song.
Yeah, it is only the songs from Bombshell.
It's basically a play with music.
It is.
because they
I would say
sing
it's entirely a
everything.
play. The only time they sing is, well, at least again, as of the workshop, the only time they sing is in the context of making Bombshell.
I am more confused by the minute. I'm so curious.
Bonavita.
It could be a play. Like
Right.
that's
Yeah, old friends not eligible, Bonavista not eligible, Just in Time not eligible. So like, it is a good year for like scores for new musical scores because there's a lot of new musicals that don't have scores that are eligible. And as of now, there are no plays that are eligible for.
Yeah, I know. I was like, but last year. So yeah, I was doing a little scroll of that. But
But
okay,
I guess there's music in Stranger Things.
I was
that would
looking at
be
that.
eligible,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think it gets
it's
a nomination.
It's not like Harry Potter where it had like the like.
Mhm.
David Yazbek also did music for The Roommate, right?
yeah,
That really sat with me clearly.
great. So I'm gonna say, go for
Are
it.
we not no nomination for Jack Antonoff in Romeo and Juliet?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Well,
I hear it's great.
I really like the first preview. I'm going back. I'm taking my sister at the end of this month because that was what she wanted for her birthday.
Cute. I want to see the pull up.
Yeah,
I think Kit Connor is wonderful in general.
yeah.
Kit Connor is. You leave that show. I think I'll leave the season thinking about Kit Connor in that role because mostly because you're like, this kid's gonna be. He's 20 years old, and you're like, this kid's gonna be so famous. Like,
Cool.
He's gonna win so many Oscars. Like,
Well, that's really exciting.
We're not doing plays, but I have him getting a nomination because he's so good.
and I think if it was if he wasn't going up against Cola Scola because again gendered categories, I think he would have a good chance of winning. But I don't think he beats Cole. I don't necessarily think he should beat Cole, but like that's because we have anyway. Yay, Tonys.
Yay, binaries. Okay, cute. So great. So where did we leave score, everyone? New musicals?
Yeah.
I'm giving it to Boop.
You're giving it to Boop.
Mincemeat.
I'll give it to maybe Happy Ending.
Yeah, why not?
Would not be mad with any of those.
Yeah,
I mean,
I wouldn't either.
I love the scores. I love the diversity of the scores.
Yeah,
that you
ditto.
do.
Ditto. Okay, choreo.
This I put Buena Vista Social Club.
I think Buena Vista has a very good chance. I think that's going to be. It's so beautiful. I mean, the choreography was beautiful, and it's what's his face?
Justin Peck.
Justin Peck. So like,
I think that Justin Peck will win for Buena Vista.
well, I think that's one of those things where like,
and Patricia Delgado.
He's a Tony beloved
Favorite, 100%.
Like, and Buena Vista Social Club is not necessarily a musical for the youth,
Interesting.
famous youths, but it is a musical for the Tony voters.
Great. I think
30-year-old youths.
Yeah, we're young. We're so young.
so young. I think that you're completely correct, and I think that will win. Although I could see Just in Time getting nominated.
Again, have no idea what the what is
Nope.
it. Guys,
Last 5 years. choreography.
Wait, what did you say? Oh, Sunset?
Famous dance show last 5 years.
the Cooperman
My
brothers
God.
will win their. If the
Ow.
Cooperman brothers win their Tony for the last 5 years and not for the Outsiders, just talk about that. Sorry. Rumble who?
Wait, but Sunset will get nominated too. I hope.
What if there's a rumble in like?
Okay, I know it won't. But I just want to give a shout out to the Elf choreography because I legitimately loved the Elf choreography.
Yes.
I think that I could see Elf getting nominated, maybe for choreo.
Pick, yeah.
You can't see it for choreo.
For choreo.
Oh no, you're right. I don't know that there's
because
room.
There's not a lot of choreography heavy shows this year. I mean,
Pirates of
Smash-
Penzance will also, I think, that's a good one.
True, and certainly Smash and Boop, right?
Yeah.
I think
What about Gypsy?
maybe Kevin is a good dancer.
This is so interesting.
From what I remember of Gypsy, I feel like they cut a lot of the choreography.
They did.
Like they cut a lot of the scenes that
Well,
have
they
dance in it.
They cut a lot of the tease, the strip. They
Yeah.
cut like her. Yeah.
They cut a lot of the dance stuff out of. So there is obviously still dancing, but it feels to me less dancey than a normal Gypsy.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's true. So I think Smash certainly will because Josh Burgos, and I think Death Becomes Her could for Gatelli. And I love Swept Away's movement.
Yeah. Question with
Oh, yeah.
Sunset. Was Sunset but like the standing and sitting in the chairs and stuff. Is that choreography? Or is
100%.
that, right? But, like,
100%.
to me, that is it's so cool.
I listen. If I had my druthers, I think I mean this as of this moment in January. That's my favorite.
Right. When I think about the choreography moments of the season, I think about that chair scene. But like, it's so cool. Ah!
Even the top of the show, and like,
Yeah.
no,
I
I
mean-
love the choreography in Sunset.
Again, my number one pick for I don't know how you put it, actor of the year is the female camera woman.
that
like-
they brought over from London.
Yes, like give her
Yes.
a Tony, give her a best actress, like Nicole who, give it to her.
That should be the special Tony Award this year, like
Yes.
Wigs last year. It
it
should be the camera team at Sunset.
Honestly, no, I love that. Okay, so choreo, where did y'all land?
I have Buena Vista Social Club winning, but with Smash and Sunset getting nominations and Boop.
Yeah,
I think that
that's
is-
basically-
I think that is what will happen, and what I would like to have happen is Sunset.
I would also love a Sunset win
or the last 5 years.
for the last 5 years. Floyd Collins in the cave. Jeremy Jordan's just like
Listen, I don't know. I mean, is there an ensemble in Floyd? Could there be? Is there?
there is there. Well, no, they're all parts. There's not like a true ensemble.
Yeah.
All I know about Just in Time is my pal Christine is in it, and she's like one of the sickest dancers ever. And so I'm like, I would be surprised if they didn't use it. I mean, she is annoyingly like a true triple threat, so it could be just fun that she can dance, but she's a like. She's been a chorus girl on Broadway for the
main
past
reason
decade, and
I didn't think
she has
there
a
was
principal
dancing
role.
is because there's like seats, like there's tables with people sitting at the tables in the theater.
They could be like.
But I'm not.
I know.
in the chair.
You're
What
not
if it's like
wrong.
Kit Kat?
Look,
I
until
don't know.
they announced the rest of the cast, I thought it was a one-person show.
I also thought it was a one-person show. The Dead Outlaw choreography.
Is
Get
there
out of
choreography
here.
in Old Friends?
Um,
What about the choreography in Tammy Faye?
I love the choreography in Tammy Faye.
I am ascending right now.
Just wait to hear
That
my
one was
best
just for you.
Kate.
dancing on chairs, guys. There's lots of good chair.
What about, could there be, I'm trying to think of like Stranger Things, like if we could see like a surprise play nomination just because of how little
Like
big
movement?
choreography.
Maybe. I like that as a rogue take.
I mean, there is a musical number.
Yeah. Yeah.
In
I was
Stranger
like, I
Things.
don't remember the dance. Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, again, I'm gonna go throw a mincemeat one in there again because they have fun choreography.
They do. They do.
Again, no
Great.
idea where Real Women Have Curves. That could be a full dance musical. It could be Illinois of this season.
There is dance in Real Women.
We don't even have a Real Women cast yet.
Did y'all see Real Women?
No,
No.
I don't know anything about it.
I was supposed to, and I might miss my flight.
Oh, and then Redwood with the aerial ballet. There's like aerial ballet in Redwood or something.
There's rappelling. Yeah, there's like rappelling ballet kind of. All right, everyone. Best director of a musical.
I mean, this is one person's.
I think it's two. I think it's a two-person race.
I think it is too.
It's Arden and Jamie Lloyd.
Jamie Lloyd and Michael Arden, yeah.
I was thinking Michael Arden and I forgot about Jamie Lloyd because I was like, revival, different category, but that's not how that works.
Yeah. I think that's tough. I think that's really good.
But to me, it's Michael Arden.
Can we just take a moment to lament the fact that it's probably going to be 5 men nominated?
Yeah. Or last 5 years, we'll get a nomination.
That's true.
Or Susan Stroman.
But yeah,
but
it will probably be 5 men. All right.
We were so close last year.
Who directed Outlaw? Is directing Outlaw?
It's a man.
It is a man.
Is it a same director as Band's Visit? Because
is that David Cromer?
It's David Cromer. What about Real Women Have Curves? Is that?
But Tina could get nominated for Floyd.
Oh, yeah, or Redwood. Collins is because it's such a hard show, but I feel like it could blow everyone away because
the cast is amazing.
Yeah.
Who is the director of Real Women Have Curves? I'm like trying to find it anywhere.
Sergio Trujillo.
A man is directing a musical called Real Women Have Curves?
Yeah, babe. Who's directing Boop?
Why?
Like, who's directing? It's like no.
It's like what, 3 female directors?
It's It's
At
so.
least it won't be all white men. So
no, it's so brutal.
4.
Katie Spellman keeps tabs of it, but it like literally simultaneously. It was like I do too, but it was like Real Women Have Curves directed by a man. Boop directed by a man. It was like, and there was just like a list of all of these female forward things where it was like
becomes her.
Yeah. Yes.
Gypsy directed by a man.
Annoying.
Tammy Faye, the most directed by a man musical I've ever seen in my life. At least hopefully we have next season Black Swan. And then
oh my God, I'm so excited for Black Swan.
I can't wait for Black Swan.
Me neither.
I forget that's in development.
Put that in the pipeline list. You can add Joy to this list, and then Get Happy Summer Stock is now Get Happy.
Well, thank you. And then Joy. Yeah, I just have anything that's like
in the ether.
Joy, I get sponsored ads for Joy like every single day.
Wow.
Ditto.
25, 26.
Whenever. If Jordan Dobson's in it, I'm in. Isn't he in it? I feel like he's in it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, where on earth were we? We're best director of a musical. Great. Featured actress of a musical. I've given this very little premeditated thought.
I have no idea who wins this. Like, I have
nominations. Floyd?
What?
Floyd? Someone in Floyd, like Lizzie?
I put Lizzie McAlpine getting a nomination.
I could also see Jordan getting nominated. Jordan is fantastic. Jordan and Leslie Margarita are the 2 best parts of the show.
I love Leslie, but
I don't know if her
like too scenery too. I disagree, but
yeah.
But I know that people feel that way.
I don't think her role's big enough, but she is like one of the best parts of it for me. And I am a Joy Wood super fan, and I don't necessarily blame her. I blame mostly George. But like they don't give her any opportunity.
I hear they cut basically all of her dialogue in this.
They do. The strip is so awkward. It's so
her entire arc.
The strip is so awkward. Her last 20 minutes, her fight with Audra is good.
Okay, so best featured actress of a musical.
Yeah, sorry, when I learned that Jordan was 3 or 4 years older than Joy, I lost my goddamn mind. I had no idea that she was, because Jordan is like 27, 28.
What?
I know! Sorry.
I mean, I know Joy's a baby, but that's wild.
I know. I thought Jordan was 22, and then someone was like, no, she's like 28. And I looked it up, and the only article I could find was an article about her being in an off-Broadway show in 2017 when she was in 2017? Yeah, I think it was 2017. And she was a sophomore in college. And I was like,
wow. I knew John was older than Joy, but I did not realize that they both were.
But Joy is tall, so she must be older.
Well, and she has a more mature look than Jordan, who looks literally like a baby. And Jordan's like weird little quirky voice works so well for June. Anyway, we can go back to actually. Featured actress in a musical.
So for my wild pick nomination, I have Jinx Monsoon going.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
That is fun. I'm trying to think of who else. I'm like, I like
Lizzie is a good choice.
I like a Lizzie McAlpine.
Yeah, I think she gets nominated. I have Natalie Venetia Belkin potentially winning this for Buena Vista Social Club because I don't think there's a lot of leading actresses.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of.
Boop would be Faith Prince.
What the oh my god, what
about Kayla?
That's what I was at, Kayla in Redwood.
The Redwood, yeah. She's great.
I know she won't, but the mom and Elf, so good.
Holy
Ashley Brown nomination. Let's go.
I would be all in. She was so good.
I know we sort of briefly discussed this in real time. Ashley Brown in Elf was exquisite.
It's like
She
so
good.
was incredible.
we all went the same night to see Elf too, and so we just saw a very magical night, I feel like. But I also think that like Ashley Brown is so
Look,
good.
when they performed that song on The View and it was equally as magical, I was like, oh, this wasn't a fluke.
No,
This is the diva we've been waiting for. Like, ready? I want to see her as every Grand Dame. She belted the shit out of it. It was unbelievable. And she is a light bulb human. There's certain people who are just like luminous on stage, and she is radiant.
So good.
Oh my god! I have chills thinking about this woman in Elf. Like, she's amazing.
This is based off nothing, but I'm throwing out that way. Jasmine Forsberg in Old Friends, just because I love Jasmine Forsberg in Old Friends. I don't know.
We don't even have the cast yet, so I literally just put a real woman with curves.
Wait, there are some good options in there.
I figured.
There are some real women who have curves in that show. No, but there's some great featured actress options in that.
And I have no idea how Smash is going to fall because like then we might have Caroline Bowman in there, and that would be.
I did put Bella Coppola potentially squeezing in a nomination here.
She was very good, and again, I have no idea.
Could go to Caroline if they rewrite that part.
Yeah, I've heard their "Just Keep Moving the Line" is now sung by Caroline Bowman, which is
that's win right there.
Yeah. And I have no idea about Just in Time, so maybe
I think that there could be some.
The new character in the last 5 years, whoever the supporting characters.
You're joking, right?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm not ready
They've
for
added
this.
a whole ensemble. They've added actually a whole bunch of dialogue. It's now like a 2.5 hour.
We definitely won't see Dead Outlaw or Swept Away in this category. There's one woman in Dead Outlaw
and 0 women in
Swept Away.
How will the mincemeat people be treated?
They'll
best in supporting.
I think Natasha goes leading.
Yes, definitely. She was nominated for leading. Yeah,
yeah.
And the big actor. Oh my god, I forgot his name. Well, Zoe could get a nomination. Zoe, for supporting. Who's the like? I almost forget all the names because they all play 500 characters.
She was like the lead of MI6.
Yes, like the general-ish. Yeah, lead of MI6. That's right. But I think she got nominated. Obviously, Jack Malone is like the big one would be actor.
Well, I hear the women in A Wonderful World are incredible, like Darlicia Circe.
I think they get forgotten.
Okay,
because I originally had one of them getting a nomination.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I just don't think they're fantastic. The writing is not strong enough for.
Well, they don't have any personality. Like, again, not the actors. The actors were, but like they don't give any of them definable characteristics or anything. But they all sound amazing.
Yeah.
It's like they're going to be like the Billy Elliot Boys. They get one nomination. The Wives of Louis Armstrong.
I think that this is going to go to one of the shows that hasn't opened yet, and we don't know.
Yeah.
Because like of the things that are open or the things that we have seen, Tammy Faye, Death Becomes Her, Wonderful World, Maybe Happy Ending, Swept Away.
And again, Maybe Happy Ending doesn't even have anyone for this category.
Correct. So it's like, it's strange. And then what about...
Death Becomes Her doesn't have anyone for this category either, right?
Yeah.
Would it be Michelle?
Michelle, yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that.
What about, is there anyone in Sunset?
I mean, Grace, but I don't think
Grace. I don't think Grace gets nominated.
What?
She's great.
Really?
She's great. I think
that role is tiny.
Yeah.
But maybe. She got nominated in...
She did get the Olivier nomination.
Wait, are we talking about the same person?
Grace Hodgett Young?
Yeah. Betty?
Yeah.
Oh, she definitely gets nominated.
Interesting.
I think she definitely gets nominated.
Okay.
I love her, just to be clear.
Yeah, I think she's great. I think there's too many wild card actress potentials. But I do think that this category is the opposite of what it was last year, and it's light.
I think she definitely. I think she's so wonderful.
Nominated. Again, I will fight for her Eurydice all day, every day for the rest of my life. So
okay. Featured actor in a musical. We have lots of men.
Last year was the year of the woman. This year's the year of the men.
It's always the year of the men.
This year.
Last year was just an exception.
I have Tom Sesma winning this.
Who dat?
Dead Outlaw.
Okay.
Haven't seen.
He won a lot of the awards off Broadway last year. He's beloved. He's never won a Tony for, I don't think. Maybe he has.
Will Max get nominated in Sunset?
I don't think so. There's too many. There's
maybe.
I do. Again, I'm also going to say Jax Malone again for Mincemeat. Because
no, I think that's for sure. I think that's 100%.
A, he won the Olivier, but B, he's so good.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
No, I think that's for sure.
I have Christopher Sieber getting a nomination.
I see that.
Well, he's lead. Is he supporting or he's lead?
They're probably going to petition him down.
Yeah, I was like, the problem is he's above the title. Like, that's what's crazy
Yeah.
is that I got, so like, I was not feeling well the second time I was supposed to Death Becomes Her, and then Siebert called out, and they refunded my ticket because he's above the title. Like,
yeah, but so is
Good for him.
Michelle Williams.
Very
Like,
true,
They're
very
going to
true.
petition them down.
yeah. He's great. I mean, he deserves a nomination. I'd be thrilled if he gets a nomination.
He's
It'd be crazy if he gets a nomination and one of them don't get a nomination because
I don't think they both do.
nuts. That's
I hate it.
insane.
I hate it. I hate that a lot.
It's like Nicole and
I love
Ryan
it.
getting nominated and not Anna because there was no room for her, and you're like, what is going on?
Floyd is stacked. I don't know Floyd Collins well enough, but like
It would be Jason.
Or Taylor Trench.
Gote.
That's what I was thinking. Who was the first? Who did you say, Kate?
Maybe Taylor. Jason Gote.
And yeah, I was thinking Taylor as well.
I don't know anything about the show. I just know the people, and I'm like, not Jeremy Jordan.
Taylor potentially.
I just loved. I'm a Taylor Sieber fan. So
Taylor Sieber?
No, Taylor Trench.
I am a huge Taylor Trench fan.
Is there any people in Boop? I have no idea about Boop.
Who's the love interest?
Well, what about Noah or Zachary Noah Pizer? Sorry.
Yeah.
He's really good.
And I love Zachary Noah Pizer.
He's really good in Redwood.
What about Danny Burstein?
I love him. And I thought he was a very charming Herbie.
Okay. I have him with a nomination, but that's based off of just him in the role.
I put
Smash. Who would be featured actor in Smash?
John.
Oh, John.
And Brooks. Brooks is great.
Yeah, Brooks.
Oh, they could
Brooks
both
would
get nominated.
Get the nomination.
Yeah. John gets a big moment because he gets, what's it called? I forgot the name of the song.
The baseball song?
Yeah, the song because he gets the big I remember that being like the
maybe he does.
Yeah, you're right, very true. We don't know, but
because they didn't give Casey Garvin anything to do, and I wonder if they.
Yeah. Gavin Lee in Old Friends, he does a great tap dancing number.
I mean, we honestly could see an Old Friends in here. An old friend.
Yeah.
A real woman, an old friend.
Also, my God, I forgot Beth Level. Because obviously there's not I think if they're going to do anyone, it's like Bernadette and
True.
Leia are leads and then everyone else is supporting.
And what about like Nicholas Barash for Pirates?
Yeah. Oh my God, I love Nicholas.
I do too. I think we're definitely overlooking Pirates. Old Friends just feels weird because it's a review.
Yeah, it's not a show. I mean, the problem is I don't know how they
way and act
qualify.
It's like a cabaret.
It is, but it's like a 2.5 hour long cabaret. Like it is. I really enjoyed it. I'm also like,
I think I'll really like it. I just think in terms of featured actor, it feels weird.
It is. It's mostly because the musical numbers are like fully performed, acted musical numbers.
Interesting.
So like that is where it gets weird because obviously it's not a play or a musical. Like it's not a show,
right?
But like they do all these numbers from all these different Sondheim shows, and they do them like full out. So like, like Bernard, like Bert plays. Sorry, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's just like a lot of moments that you're like, but again, I don't necessarily think I would not be upset if nobody got nominated from Old Friends. I don't know how Tony voters are going to, I don't know that, I'm not sure how the nostalgia factor plays into the reception of Old Friends, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So where did we land with you? Kate, bring us back. Who do you have on your list for future actor?
So I have Tom Sesma for Dead Outlaw, Jack Malone, Operation Mincemeat, Christopher Sieber, Danny Burstein, and David Thaxton.
Oh, I love that.
Sunset.
I love that list.
Where does Sark stand? Would he be here?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't think he gets out. I don't think. Yeah. I'm just looking at like last.
I think Adrian would be here too.
Wait, and what about Des?
Des and Marcus would be here.
I would be so happy. I would be so happy.
I mean, I know Des just sings, but he sings so pretty.
Listen, I'm I'm a stan, but I'd be elated if we saw Marcus here.
I told two different people that Marcus is one person, and people were like shocked, like because people come out like, "Where's the other guy?" I was like, "No, same guy. He's all of them." But like the way that he plays James versus the son is like,
it's incredible.
Very good.
It's incredible. I'm here for a maybe happy sweep. It's gonna be great. Tony's 2025 nomination.
I would love one of them to sneak in here.
That'd be great. Leading. Wait, I'm so confused. We don't do supporting.
Featured is supporting.
Featured is supporting.
That's weird.
We should have 3 categories. Correct. It should be leading, supporting, featured. But there's
we literally did this last year, and I've been watching the Tonys since I was like, I don't know, 9 years old, and I assumed that I've had this conversation before, but featured, supporting, and lead. That's crazy.
It should be 3 because there should be 3 different categories, but there's only 2.
Crazy.
That's why it's crazy when someone like, and I love Alex Newell, but when an Alex Newell is able to win featured or whatever it is, but like
it is, Yeah.
Featured is the title, but I would say there should be a leading, then a supporting, then a
I
featured,
agree.
so that you get the like Leslie Margarita could win for featured.
Yes.
Because she comes in, has her one big number, her one big moment is so funny, and where she doesn't necessarily have a space in featured when it's actually the supporting. And my whole thing is when Lindsay Mendez in Merrily does not count as lead, and you're putting her in the same category as Leslie Margarita in different seasons, I get it, but like that's nuts.
No, you're totally right. And also best ensemble.
Yes.
And also best music direction. Those two forever. We'll fight those forever.
All of the things.
Okay, so great. So we've made it to leading actress of a musical.
Oh no.
Okay, so obviously the conversation is Nicole versus Audra. I think other people, obviously more people will be nominated in this category, but everyone feels quite, so that's it. It's just the two of them. But that does seem to be like the conversation of the season. Do we want to start with that, or do we want to talk about who the other folks we think, let's talk about the other folks that we think may sneak into the category. And by sneak in, I mean justifiably
get nominated.
Be in the category. Yeah, be nominated.
Natasha from
Yes,
Convince Me.
100%.
I would love Helen J. Shen.
Me too.
I have them in there. Jasmine Amy Rogers.
Yeah.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
And then I put Megan Hilty over Jen.
I think that's probably right, but it makes me sad because I love
I know.
Jen.
I want them both.
God, I love Jen.
I know.
Robin Herder in Smash. It's
I don't think
they
have
so
to
either.
rewrite it. They have to rewrite it.
I
in order
agree.
for Robin to get the nomination.
God, I love Robin Herder so much. She's perfect.
Yeah.
And then again, Real Women Have Curves. I have no idea. Bonavie Social Club. I can't remember. So that's probably means that they're not going to be.
Ultimately,
it's mostly men, I think.
It only got nominated for featured actress.
Yeah. Okay.
Off Broadway. So I put her.
Adrienne Warren.
This is a year.
Counting last 5 years out. Maybe Whitney White-Simpson to put.
But I mean, Adrienne Warren.
Yeah.
I will admit, like the last 5 years is like a big show for me because I was a teenager at one point.
I was once a teen.
I feel like if you're a teen in the 2000s, you're like the last 5 years was like the show.
Ashley, I directed it my junior year of high school.
Like that, right?
There you go.
Like that's what I mean. Like it's the show. So I saw the Betsy Wolf. I think like 20 times. Like that's when you could.
Okay.
I used to because you could usher and get a free ticket. So I ushered I think like weekly. So I don't know, but I think Adrienne Warren is gonna just. Destroy.
I do too.
I will say, if Adrienne Warren does not get nominated and a Jonas Brother does get nominated, I will burn down the Tony Awards.
I don't think he's getting nominated. There's enough men.
There are enough.
There are always enough men.
Yeah.
But I'm mad that he's even eligible to play Jamie, but that's fine.
Why?
Because he's
not Jewish.
He's not Jewish.
I didn't know he wasn't Jewish.
The Jonas Brothers famously not Jewish.
Okay. I don't know.
They wear their promise rings to Jesus.
Well, that's true.
And again, not to get on the high horse of like, I'm not one of the like every Jewish character must be played by a Jewish person, but I do think when you sing a whole song about hating to date Jewish women, it comes off a lot worse when it's not a Jewish man playing it. And again, this is where like a conversation about that stupid fucking song anyway, but.
Oh, interesting. I've never had that conversation. I do have a lot of blind spots here. I have a lot of blind spots in general. This is a whole other conversation and probably therapy fodder. But like I grew up, I had a chastity ring and I grew up like literally this Christmas as a 35-year-old, I realized that the best Christmas pageant ever was a Christian property. Like I had not put two and two together because as a child, I was just like, the nativity. And then as I was reading reviews of this, we can cut this whole section, but as I was reading reviews of the most recent movie version, it was like for a piece of Christian propaganda, it was actually pretty palatable. And I was like, oh my God. So like, I'm having that moment currently of like, yes, I know the Jonas Brothers were purity rings or had purity rings. And also, of course, they're not Jewish.
Yeah. I mean, again, and it's a hard conversation to have because again, like I'm not like usually in the camp of like, every person that ever played Carole King should have to be Jewish. Like, I don't care if that is a Jewish actor. Same with Neil Diamond. I don't care. No, but I do think that, like, the last
critical point of Jamie, though.
Right. That is a critical because it's Jason Robert Brown should have to play himself in the last 5 years on Broadway.
Best leading actress of a musical? That's what we're talking about. Okay, so where do we leave this? Well, we should talk about the obvious two. Or should we talk about the others? We sort of skimmed past.
We left Nicole and Audra till the end.
Okay, great. Let's talk about Nicole and Audra. So what do we think is going to happen?
I still think it's Nicole. And I haven't seen Audra yet.
Yeah, I want it to be Nicole. I love Nicole. I think what Nicole does at Sunset is one of the most like insane, magical performances I've ever seen. I thought that a year ago when Kate and I saw it in London for the first time. I don't know. I want it to be Nicole really badly. And if it's not Nicole, I want it to be Natasha from Operation Mincemeat. That is all.
We all love our queen Audra, but I also very much want it to be Nicole. And I think what she does she's incredible. She's incredible.
And if like a Jasmine or a Megan Hilty sneak in and win, I also won't be mad. Oh, Idina Menzel! We forgot about Idina Menzel!
I didn't forget. I just didn't put her in.
She has never sounded better.
Okay.
Truly. Literally ever. No, she's always lesbian adjacent.
I am excited that Jessica Phillips, real life lesbian, will be playing her understudy.
That is it.
Yeah, Jessica is the alternate, which I think is amazing because I love Jess Phillips, and B, actually gay. Fully married to a woman.
Verified lesbian.
Yeah, they announced that a couple like not that long ago, and I was like, oh, I probably have to see Redwood twice then because I do really want to see Jess Phillips.
I still think Idina will get nominated.
Okay.
I just can't see them not.
And again, I don't think they'll get nominated, but I also will throw out there Bernadette Peters and Lea Salonga and Old Friends will be eligible, which again, nuts. And I don't think, like, especially because it's so packed, that is, like, it's hard when you see Bernadette Peters and Lea Salonga, like, on the roster.
That's how I feel about Idina.
Right.
Can we just take a moment to acknowledge that Katie Braben really should get nominated?
Katie Braben is so good.
I saw Autumn. Who was amazing.
Okay.
Katie was incredible.
And Katie, incredible. Again, fully won, before, was not up against Nicole Scherzinger, but fully won the Olivier when Tammy Faye was in the West End. So, like, and deserved. Like, it makes me so sad that this was her first Broadway experience, and I hope she comes back and isn't like, I hate America, I'm never returning to that terrible country again, which would also be valid.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So we all think Nicole will win.
Yeah.
I think it'll be Nicole.
I'm nervous that it won't be.
I'm also very nervous. And I'll never criticize Audra McDonald. I love Audra McDonald, but I really want this for Nicole. Anything. This whole thing is I'm like, every single person that was in the cancel Nicole camp is also going to be seeing Glengarry Glen Ross because they love Succession. So I just
realized I have to see Glengarry Glen Ross because it's a Pulitzer Prize winner I've never seen, and I'm trying to see all of them.
Wow.
Because I was going to avoid it. And then I was looking through my Pulitzer list and I was like, I have to go for my personal bucket list.
Forgive me, but like, other than a general disdain for Mamet, why are we not seeing Glengarry?
That's the main. It's David Mamet. I just don't think we should be supporting David Mamet. But like, I have heard Glengarry Ross is the David Mamet player. But right. So like, I mean, but this, I don't think I will.
And multiple people have pointed this out, but David Mamet is basically just our Andrew Lloyd Webber, and we still go see Andrew Lloyd Webber shows.
Yeah. And I will,
that's the podcast that we haven't started yet. We need someday. Do y'all have a podcast? Are you going to start a podcast? You should.
I've been on podcasts, but I haven't thought about doing one.
I think this will be my first not perfect season though. I don't think I'm going to see everything this year. I think I'll see every musical there. But this will be my first year since the pandemic that I haven't seen everything. Because I don't think I'm seeing Othello. I don't think I'm seeing All In unless I win the lottery, but I'm definitely not paying more than $40 to see All In, and I don't think I'll see it with John Mulaney anyway. Oh, speaking of best actor in a play, John Mulaney. I can't believe that's on Broadway. And then maybe I'll see Glengarry Glen Ross if I get a free ticket. And I don't think I'm seeing Good Night and Good Luck.
No, I'm probably not seeing Good Night and Good Luck.
So
I also just generally,
probably see all the musicals.
I will definitely see all the musicals. I mean, the only musical I wasn't going to see was A Wonderful World, and then I got invited.
Poppy, rough year for you and Alex Timbers.
Yeah, I mean, I like Alex Timbers. I just could not care less about whoever this person.
I forgot he's directing that. I love Alex Timbers. Dang it.
Yeah.
Did we do lead actor? No, it's lead actor.
We have not done leading.
Okay.
Which it doesn't matter because it's going to be Christian Borle, so who cares?
That is
Tom Francis.
I'm a Tom Francis girly.
I was so sad he was out the last time I saw it. His cover was great, but
see Diego.
Wait, which?
Yeah.
Okay, I really want to see Diego.
I do too.
I want to see both.
It's a very, very different experience.
Yeah, well, and I feel like Tom has been working with Nicole for so long on this role that like, and Tom is young too. Tom is 25, but like, he's just so good. So we have him. I
have Jeremy Jordan getting a nomination.
Jordan. We have Jonathan Groff. Probably Wonderful World. James
Monroe Eglehart.
I want Darren.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's Jimmy but like, I want to ride for John Gallagher at all times. Plus, a John Gallagher, Jonathan Groff in the Tonys would be so fun for me.
Be very cute. It would be very cute.
I put Andrew Durand in here.
I love that. That makes sense. And that would be so nice.
I do too.
I don't think he wins because it's very much the Miriam Plunkett does not say anything for half the show.
Pirates of Penzance, I don't know how it falls in terms of...
I put Ramin. I put Ramin in here.
Is Ramin, Ramin would be lead?
That's the Pirate King has gone lead in the past.
Okay,
and so I based it off of that.
Okay. Because it's him, because I wasn't sure where him versus David Hyde Pierce for like how it all...
They both were
lead.
Both of those roles were considered leading in the last revival.
He won't, but throwing out there that Gray Henson was a great Buddy the
Elf. He was brilliant.
Like, again, I'm aware he will not get a nomination.
He was brilliant.
I wouldn't be mad if he does.
Listen, it's a good year for Shucked Boys. It's a good year for Shucked Boys.
Him and Andrew Jarrell.
That's what I'm saying. And John Bellman.
Yeah.
It's a good year for Shucked Boys.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this list.
I want it to go Tom Francis. I have a feeling it goes Jonathan Groff, to be 100% honest. I think Jonathan Groff could pull off the two in a row. Just from what I've heard.
Tom Francis gets it.
You think so?
I do.
I am going to be really sad if Darren does not get nominated. I want him to be nominated for this.
I think his acting is very good.
Yeah.
I would be very happy for him to get nomination. I will say from the two of them, if I have to pick, I really want it to be Helen. But obviously I'll never be upset. It's a hard, she has a really hard battle because of the category she's in.
Yeah, I would love for them to both be nominated. Yeah. I would love for them to both be nominated. And I just think Darren's physicality is incredible. I think his performance is incredible. I just think
Helen beats Nicole Scherzinger, guys.
Oh my God, get out of here. Get out of here. Dreams, but no. I mean,
I would not be upset about it. And
I wouldn't be that upset about it either.
On the Nicole bandwagon for a year.
The cute little moment where her and Andrew Barth Feldman get to
oh my God, get out.
Their little moment when she gets to walk up to the stage and he's crying for her.
They'll be on the red carpet.
I would love.
My favorite parasocial couple of people I don't know, but I just think are such little cuties.
They're so precious. They're so precious. Okay, wait. So did we do it?
Yeah.
Did we do leading actor?
You both said Tom Francis, and I said Jonathan Groff.
I'm gonna say Darren Criss just to fuck with him. I am. I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, why not?
Whatever.
Darren Criss for a win, and famously, as I have to remind people all the time, not a white guy. So people like to forget that he is not a white guy.
I did not know until this production that he was not a white guy. So didn't know. All right, friends, we have made it to best revival of a musical. Sunset Boulevard.
If it's not Sunset Boulevard,
gotta be Sunset.
Floyd feels like
I don't.
Floyd and Pirates are the Boo sneakers that we don't know about.
Floyd and Pirates.
But also
that's what I'm scared about. I'm scared it's going to be Gypsy.
I have Sunset winning.
I also have Sunset winning,
having not seen Gypsy yet.
Again, this is my thing. I like Gypsy because I love Gypsy the musical, but this revival of Gypsy is a revival of Gypsy. It is just a straight up like revival of Gypsy. Like, we have seen Gypsy before. If you've seen Gypsy before, you've seen, like, it's not that it's, like, it's a revival of Gypsy. What Sunset Boulevard does is completely what I believe the embodiment of what a revival should be, which is it takes this material and it completely changes it and, like, makes it a new thing.
Yeah. And even looking at the critics, the criticisms that they have are still of the source material.
True.
Yeah. And they're all like, Jamie Lloyd basically makes it work. Like, even the most mid reviews were like, it's good despite the fact that it's not a good show. Like, so yeah, I still think it gets revival.
I want to see it again.
Come on, January 12th.
I was saying this is a good week to go because Nicole's out, but like Mandy is going to be in this whole week.
I want to see Caroline.
Caroline's the 12th.
January 12th.
It's gonna be Caroline's probably only show.
I'm in the city on the 10th.
Mandy will be in the 10th, which is also Mandy is fantastic. I loved Mandy.
We'll be doing the maybe happy ending cast recording. So excited.
I didn't realize they hadn't recorded. I thought they already recorded it. Wow.
You can't believe everything people say on the internet, Ashley. People don't know.
Well, because they recorded the demo tracks, and so I wondered if they
No, it was a
just those 5 tracks.
False theory, just like Ragtime at the Palace was absolute.
Well, sorry, for multiple reasons, including the one that I keep coming back to, which is that Tom is the lead producer on Gypsy. He's not also lead producing Ragtime in the same season. That is crazy. Like, why would he do that? There's, again, many other theories of reasons, but I'm like, the number one is that, like, he was not going to open his widowed piece of his career and put it in the same season against Gypsy, a musical that he has been championing for years. That's nuts. It's the same thing with the Ballroom Cats. I was like, there's no way they're going to have Ballroom Cats in the same season as Sunset Boulevard. Why would they do that?
You make a good point.
Like, it's like, that we'll take this, because every reason that Sunset Boulevard should win is the same, every reason that Cats should win. Ballroom Cats should have won. And so, like, why, Anyway,
and it will next year.
I can't wait to have this conversation next year about cats. I can't.
25, 26 predictions. Jellicle cats.
No, but for real.
Yeah.
Jellicle revival.
Yeah.
It's happening. It's going to be great.
It's not on your pipeline. Oh, no. Is it? Oh, it's in your...
Oh,
no, it's not.
You got to amend that currently.
Yeah.
Well,
Seriously.
I haven't updated that list in a while, but you're correct. I guess I did because I added in You're in Town Today. All right, so cats.
The Jellicle ball.
Jellicle
And you
ball.
can probably remove next to normal RIP.
I feel like
I could also
recently
probably remove Secret Garden, but I'm not going to.
I'm
yet.
never removing Secret Garden. I'm going to hold on to my Secret Garden.
See, I don't remove stuff because stuff surprises me.
It does.
Yeah.
Like maybe Happy Ending. I never in a million years would have guessed it was coming to Broadway this year.
It almost didn't.
I was about to say, can you believe that it was literally like hours away from not?
Yeah.
Hours away from not, and then the grosses the first 2 weeks of like $246,000.
No, it just hit $1 million. I almost cried.
Crazy. Amazing. Thank God.
Thank God. Thank God.
For so many reasons. Okay, great. So best revival, we did. We've made it, right? Have we made
the
it?
last 5 years, we don't know. What is the
That's
Whitney White last 5 years?
And we don't know about Floyd Collins.
Choreo heavy.
We don't know about Floyd. Wait, so
I stick with Floyd Collins and Pirates get nominations.
Yeah. I think you're right.
It's 4, right? That's what it is.
Yeah.
So it's Sunset, Gypsy, Pirates, Floyd Collins.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Great. And I know what we want to win. What do we think will win?
I'm saying Sunset Boulevard. I'm not letting another option come into play.
I'm sticking with Sunset.
I'm manifesting.
I want to be with y'all on Tony night. Real bad to see this reaction.
I think we should plan like an event, like rent
I
out
would
like,
love
a bar
that.
and like
do
a thing. Unless we get to go, but I don't even know if we'll get to go. And honestly,
I want to go to the dress. I want to go to
that would be the idea. Would be invited dress, and then anyway, I was at a birthday party at Brazen Tavern last night, which is on like 44th and 9th, and they have a whole upstairs that you can rent for like. Anyway, I was talking to one of the bar managers about it, and I was like, it might be fun to do a ticketed event.
Hopefully, I'll be working at the Tonys.
Yeah.
But we should do. Well, I'll probably be working after. Hopefully, I'll be working after. Hopefully, I'll be building
Katharine, if you need
graphics
people to
and
come help you, work the Tonys.
For free.
I know 2 great people.
Come on. Otherwise, I would love to do.
Or if you want to get us into the after party for maybe Happy Ending, let a girl know.
But I think in theory, I really like the idea of And That Ship is hosting a party. Not this year. Okay, great. So Sunset for me as well. All right, best musical.
Well, Tammy Faye, clearly, probably the winner. We probably don't need to talk about it.
Try so hard to be diplomatic, and you make it so my career is on the line, Ashley.
I have maybe Happy Ending winning, okay? I have maybe Happy Ending
also have
winning.
maybe Happy Ending winning.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and good night. No. It must.
I think there's 3 locks for nominations, and then those final 2 spots are
Made Outlaw and maybe Happy.
That's right. Those are my 3 as well.
Yeah. I put Buena Vista Social Club and then one of the 3 of Smash, Boop, or Death Becomes Her.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think now Death Becomes Her would be my top pick.
But we don't know about Smash or Boop, so.
Yeah.
I could see Boop more readily than Smash, I think. I'm so curious how Boop will be received. I'm so curious how Boop and Smash will be received.
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, how much they've reworked it from when you last saw it.
I do worry for both of those shows existing on Broadway at the same time, because obviously they're very different in concept, but I feel like they're both, like, red and black logos.
Boop to me felt like the kiddos who were there loved it. The 6-year-olds who have any sort of association with the cartoon loved it. People in between.
That's me. I don't know anything about Boop as a property.
People in between should go to Smash or Death Becomes Her.
Yeah. Is there like effects in Boop? Like, do they have like cool?
Neither of y'all saw it?
No.
Tia loved it.
Okay. I guess I'm just thinking of like, because I have the mug. I'm thinking of SpongeBob, which also did It's Out of Town in Chicago and also had a massive redesign for Broadway. And fixed a lot of the issues for Broadway. And I'm wondering if Boop could do that. I've just seen her in, concerts, and she's fantastic.
She was really good in the Jimmy's concert. That's the only time I've seen her. She did like the Jimmy Award concert, and she was very good. But
I actually am.
Website's awful. I'm
surprised by how well Death Becomes Her is doing. I really enjoyed Death Becomes Her, but I did not expect it to be the hit that it is right now.
Yeah, I'm happy. They're doing the
Eric Bergen.
Oh wait,
he's great. He's great. He's the villain. He was already in it.
I love Eric Bergen.
He's the villain, and he's great.
The other guy.
I don't know. I thought it was Ainsley.
I love Eric Bergen because I love him from Madam Secretary and from Pomodoro and Waitress.
I wish I'd seen that.
He was-
I find him very charismatic and charming. But so much can change. You know, y'all saw Outsiders Out of Town, and then
it was a mess when I saw it.
See, when I saw Outsiders Out of Town, I liked it a lot more than when I saw it on Broadway. So,
but we saw it way different Outsiders.
Yeah,
in La Jolla.
The Broadway. I still find the Broadway production to be very boring. Something beige. Stay beige. I found even obviously I first time I saw the brawl, I was like so captivated, and now I'm kind of bored. Like,
I don't maintain that. I mean, I have not gone back to see it, but that is
it helped that when I saw the Rumble, I could tell it was really cool, but it was still it still looked like
a work in progress.
Like I was watching a rehearsal. Like it was like, oh, we're not quite there yet. And so I think it helped that when I saw it on Broadway, it was like, oh, there we go.
We're not doing plays today, but I do actually think we should do plays because I have a lot of thoughts and feelings on plays. And I actually think
we could do quick recap of our thoughts on the plays.
Yeah.
So instead of
I mean, we could do just
rapid round.
Yeah, because I just feel like the plays, this is the year of, there's so many good plays this year.
Yeah.
I've seen none of them. Okay, so where did we land on Best Musical? Maybe Happy Ending.
Maybe Happy Ending.
That was correct. Great. And now we have reached a brief section where Kate and Ashley are going to rapid fire their hot takes about the plays of the season because Katharine Quinn is burnt out working on musicals and has seen almost none of them. Go for it.
I love the plays this season. I famously was not a play girl growing up. I've come into my play era. I've loved basically almost all of the plays this year, minus 2 that I can
name. Just kidding.
I mean, I will. Anyway.
I think we can all proudly say full chested that McNeil's not getting any nominations.
Nor should it.
I did not see it.
I think the biggest thing this year will also be the unfortunate sad thing for me is my favorite performance of the season will probably not win because Hills of California has already closed, not early, just when it was supposed to close, and Laura Donnelly is unbelievable in that show. She was my favorite. That was one of my favorite shows of the whole year. I loved Hills of California. I love Laura Donnelly. Unfortunately for her is that Sarah Snook in Dorian Gray is coming, which is the same thing that happened to her in the West End last season. And this project of Dorian Gray is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. It's actually will be a perfect 2-show day with Sunset Boulevard. That's how you should stack them, is a Sunset Boulevard Dorian Gray 2-show day. I'm obsessed with this Dorian Gray. It's unbelievable. Sarah Snook's amazing in it, but it does make me really sad because I want Laura Donnelly.
Is it Schnook? Is there a Snook in there?
I have no idea. Sarah Snook?
I don't know. I just didn't know if I was saying it the wrong way.
I'm probably saying it the wrong way.
Okay, I love that hot take. That's great.
But that's what's sad for me for that.
And I realized when I was going through this that Dorian Gray is going to be eligible for Best New Play. And I don't have it in my 5, and I don't know which one I'm going to knock out because I think the plays this year are so good.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I still haven't seen Cult of Love and Eureka
Me neither.
Day.
Oh my God. And Eureka Day is I love Cult of Love. Great show. Highly recommend. If you have any sort of religious trauma and queerness, you should go see Cult of Love. And Eureka Day is I was obsessed with Eureka Day. I loved it so much. I heard it was one of the pandemic shows they did virtually. And I do think that is a show that actually probably would have been almost better virtually, but I loved it. I sat in the very front row because if you are under the age of 35, you can get the 35 under 35 tickets. Because
cries in 35 years old.
Sorry, but it's great.
Hey, you're almost aged out.
I do think
so enjoy it while you can.
I got another year. That's it. I do think probably O'Mary wins Best Play anyway, so it doesn't actually matter.
You don't. I think Purpose takes it.
You think Purpose takes it?
I think Cole wins,
and then Purpose takes
it.
And
I think Purpose.
I'm so excited for Purpose.
Tell me more. I mean, Brandon Jacobs
and Carrie Young.
Brandon Jenkins. It won the Jeff Awards in Chicago over some pretty big contenders.
That's a hot
I don't
take.
know the plot. I don't know.
I don't either. I just know, it's got August Osage vibes, which I love, but so does Appropriate.
And all that matters to me is that Carrie Young goes 4 for 4. Everybody.
Yes.
4 nominations for Carrie Young.
I put her getting a nomination just because, and I don't know her part.
I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Carrie Young's going 4 for 4.
We're all in agreement.
I said this in a video. I mean this with my whole heart. There's not allowed to be a Broadway season in which Carrie Young does not participate for the rest of my life. I want Carrie Young every season forever.
Let's make t-shirts.
Yes. And
Great.
I'm very excited for John Proctor. Like,
Yeah.
John Proctor, I feel like, has been a show that I've heard so much about from all my play people. Everyone I know that is a play person.
I love it.
Like
Really?
Grace Walker, Justin Borg, like they are all so in on John Proctor.
Really?
I will say, I love it. I'm afraid it's going to be the play that gets knocked off in favor of Dorian Gray.
Got it. I know nothing about it. I did buy it.
Even with Danya?
What's that?
Even with Danya, because I do trust her.
Yeah. I worry. But
It's about young women, so people are not going to like it.
Exactly.
What are your 5?
My 5 right now are Purpose, O'Mary, English, Hills of California, and John Proctor.
Jesus,
with
that
John
is
Proctor
crazy.
getting knocked off for Dorian Gray.
It'll be 6. It's fine. They'll tie. It'll be 6. It's all good.
Maybe. And again,
that's such
I
a good.
haven't seen Eureka Day, and I haven't seen Cold Love.
And I don't think either of them will get into that top. I don't think any of those. Again, very good plays. I enjoyed both of them very, very, very much. I don't see them beating any of those 5. But that 5, Eureka Day or Cult of Love, I don't see them sneaking in there. But that's a crazy
Plays are insane.
Insane.
And we have no idea what Good Night and Good Luck is going to be.
Yeah. If it's like the movie, it's going to be boring, so it doesn't matter.
Sure. Who knows? Sometimes bad films make good plays, so who knows? And then Stranger Things, I don't think gets best play, but I think it sweeps the design category.
All the design categories. It is an incredibly designed show. I'm very excited to see it again, because I think I saw like the 4th or 5th preview, and I thought it needed a lot of work, but obviously now it's been running for over a year and a half, so it's probably done that work.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I'm excited to see it on Broadway. Anyway, those are my hot play takes, which are not that hot, but they're
Left on 10th, best play.
Juliana Margulies taking it home. Beats both Laura Donnelly and Sarah Snook.
Jokes aside, I think we are going to see a special Tony Award for the dog trainer.
I was wondering.
Good.
That's
Bill
my
Berlanti?
prediction. The camera crew for Sunset and the dog trainer for Gypsy and Left on 10th.
It's the same dog trainer?
I think so.
Oh, perfect.
He does all of them.
Yeah.
What I think is so funny, it's whatever, Left 10th will be closed with him, is there are 2 dogs in Left on 10th for no reason. Because, like, one of the dogs dies, like, of old age, like an old dog, and then they bring in a second dog, and, like, it's so funny because it could just be the same dog. Like, there's no reason for it to be 2 different dogs.
You know what? Best moment of the show. So
it is. It is the best moment of the show. Although actually, it's not Broadway, but if the dog trainer in Annie also deserves. The dog in Annie was so good. Like highlight, it was wept so good. Anyway,
Dead.
But more dogs on Broadway.
We have such hot takes. I love this. I should be like, great, and now tell me all of your thoughts. Here's the last rogue question I'll ask. Oh yeah, no, Kate has a hot take.
I have a hot take for plays.
I'm ready.
Because I have no idea what's going to win for best revival of a play. But I do have Our Town winning because it'll piss me off. And there's always one category that makes me mad every year. And I think it's going to be Our Town winning revival.
I don't think you're right. I just don't.
Isn't it crazy that there's six plays in revival and 3 of them are directed by Kenny Leon?
Yeah.
Like that's
wild.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Half of the revivals are Kenny.
And there's no like I don't like for the revivals.
Yellowface is my favorite of the revivals.
Yellowface I think is my favorite too, and I think it gets nominated, but I don't think it wins.
Rehearsal run through, because now the first time I ever did rehearsal run through was Miss Katharine Quinn when we did it for Shucked, where I got to go to and I did that for Our Town, and so getting to watch them do Our Town when I was like in the onstage seating in the rehearsal was a very cool experience. Mostly awesome. Because I'm such a huge Dawson's Creek fan, and being that close to Katie Holmes was like
obsessed.
Very excited for 12-year-old me, 14-year-old me. But anyway,
I love that. The fact that we only have 2 revivals left, Othello and Glengarry.
I know. I think it might be Othello because I think people are already like so hungry for. But I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can sit. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can sit through a 3-hour Othello, even for the cast.
I think Othello is one of my, what I think is one of the better Shakespeare plays.
Oh, I'm not an Othello person.
I'm not a Shakespeare person.
Maybe you just need a good production. Like, I was not a Romeo and Juliet person, and now I'm a Romeo and Juliet person.
I do really want to see it.
I really, again, it's for the babies, but it is the most accessible. Yeah. If Shakespeare feels unaccessible to you, this Romeo and Juliet is the show for you. It is the people that I found that don't like this Romeo and Juliet are people that are Shakespeare purists, or people that like the more pretentious aspects of Shakespeare. Yeah.
Or are horrible.
Or old.
No, are old.
Who don't understand what a Borg is, you know? You have to understand vaping and Borgs and barrel jeans. If you don't like a barrel jean, you will not like this production of Romeo and Juliet.
I do have Romeo and Juliet getting snubbed for a nomination, and that's going to make me mad too because I think it deserves one.
I don't think it'll be snubbed. I'll just, having seen practically no plays and certainly not Romeo and Juliet, I don't think it'll be snubbed.
The only one getting snubbed for me is Jack Antonoff. I do think.
You think Rachel gets a nomination?
No, I don't think Rachel gets a nomination.
I do think Gabby does.
Yes, and Gabby. I think leading play this year is very hard. Featured actress in a play has more leeway a little bit. So
yeah.
Let me see if I have an answer about Dance in Just in Time.
Okay.
Y'all can continue.
Well, because I don't like. You've seen English, so is there like rules and like that's where I'm like I don't know.
Kala Ash, I think, gets nominated, but she gets nominated for leading. Yeah, but I do think she gets nominated. She's so good.
I could see Jessica Hecht in Eureka Day getting a nomination. I don't necessarily think she will.
I have her getting a nomination, but I didn't know, is she leading or featured?
I would say leading, but it's one of those shows where it's a very hard balance because everyone is, I would say probably yes, is leading. And I would say Amber Gray would be featured. But again, it's very, very close because it's very much an ensemble, like the ensemble piece.
And then the other wild card is we don't know the cast for John Proctor yet, and
other than
we don't even know who Sadie's playing. We know Sadie's in it. Yeah, so I have Sadie Sink getting featured actress because I think if she's playing the role that I think she's playing, she's going to be featured.
I was like I don't know it.
Like she's got the
seismic way.
Yeah, she's got the moments. She's got a role that's gonna get the nomination.
What about the job? Is Jobs gonna be too far out that it doesn't matter anymore?
I put Sydney.
Yeah. I would love her to get a nomination.
Yeah.
She was great.
And then Cult of Love, I don't think anyone gets nominated. Again, everyone's very good at it, but there's not like Shailene Woodley. It does have kind of a big moment, but I also think that like the problem is everyone. It's like such an ensemble piece that I think it's really hard to have like anyone that's singled out from it.
For purpose, I was unsure of the breakdown too. I just have Carrie Young because she's Carrie Young, and then John Michael Hill got nominated for leading in Chicago.
Okay.
I have him getting a nomination for leading.
The way you did your homework, Kate, you win.
I did.
It's really, really good.
Me and Kath are like, we're vibing.
We're winging it.
My hot take is I think Jake Gyllenhaal gets the nomination over Denzel.
Ooh. Are they both considered leading? Because
Surely.
Yeah, most likely for Othello. But Iago's the part.
Iago's the part.
Like, Othello's just kind of there. But it's Denzel, so maybe.
Yeah. Iago is because I saw the Philip Seymour Hoffman Othello. He was Iago. He was not. I mean, obviously for reasons, but
What?
Just in Time does not have an ensemble. It does have dance. Two of the women do dance, and Shannon Lewis is the choreographer who's like Fosse.
Interesting.
I still don't think it'll get necessarily choreography, but now we know.
Who
knows? Okay, here's the last hot take that I want to know. What shows do you think will have been announced for the subsequent season, or like will be announced around the time that we actually watch this back?
Well, we have Queen of Versailles and
Summer.
Waiting for Godot announced.
Joy is being announced soon because it's on my Insta. I get Instagram sponsored ads for Joy literally at least once a day. So was it off Broadway? Okay, I didn't know it was off Broadway. I just keep getting it. Like, I'm like, why am I still getting this constantly? I'm like, so that's good to know.
I feel like we're gonna get the Midnight in the Garden of Getting.
Oh yeah, that's got to be at any point because that's
it's based off of literally nothing other than they announced 2025. It is my firm headcanon belief that it was like one of the shows that was looking for a theater and just like didn't want to take the Longacre and Dead Outlaw took it. Like that's my.
Yeah,
you're probably right. Did you see it?
Yes.
I know Jay is incredible. Otherwise, how is it?
Jay is incredible. And I wish they were pushing The Connector more than Midnight in the Garden.
Interesting. I loved The Connector.
I also love The Connector.
I loved The Connector. And Midnight in the Garden needs
And everyone's free from The Connector now because Arity Gatsby is no longer, and obviously Suffs is ending. So we have everyone's free. Everyone's free.
That's interesting. Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Ben Levi Ross what a year for Ben Levi Ross. Anyway.
Yeah. Speaking of Ben Levi Ross, are we going to see Ragtime?
At Lincoln Center in the fall.
Yeah. Which I don't know if we'll have announced by the time we see this, but it's definitely
I
coming.
think that it will have.
You think it will? Okay. And I keep hearing Urinetown that they want to take this production of Urinetown to Broadway.
Yeah.
Which is crazy since we haven't even had the production of Urinetown out yet.
That has been in the works for years because my mom literally was told by a former Urinetown cast member they were working on a revival in the audience for a show. Like,
that's so funny.
3 years ago now.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Obviously, by then, Goddess will have started and ended by June.
Yes.
Where is Goddess?
Public.
Amber
Amon.
I saw a workshop. I'm
Goddess
excited.
of my heart.
I'm so excited for that.
That's
my pick. 25, 26.
Oh, because they already announced. Oh no, this is also the public. Sorry, I was like the the play that we used to play from a couple of years ago that they're making a musical version of.
Seat of Our Pants.
No,
Skin of Our Teeth.
Skin of Our Teeth.
Seat of Our Pants is the musical name.
Oh, is that really what it's called?
I had no idea.
And the music is good. I mean, it's
What the f are y'all talking about?
The Seat of Our Pants. It's the other musical that they're premiering at the public this year. That's based off of The Skin of Our Teeth.
And it's Ethan Lipton. They also could be Hunter Foster. What's the new Joe Iconis?
The unauthorized biography of
Hunter S. Thompson?
That's what it is. Hunter. I was like,
gotta go through the whole title.
Yeah.
And then for revivals, will they have announced the Chess revival? Is it coming? Is it happening?
And Evita.
Yeah.
From London?
The London production, if it transfers. Definitely at some point transferring here. I don't know if it's transferring here next season or the season after.
But would they hold off on Evita and take Jellicle Ball first?
First, probably.
Yeah.
That's what I think will happen.
Do we think is Jellicle Ball going to Circle? It has to go to Circle, right? I mean, even though
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know. Wasn't there some like wild rumor that they were gonna
gut a theater?
Gut another.
I wish they had never, and obviously this is no shade to Gatsby. I just wish they had never changed back
the Broadway.
I wish they had left the Broadway, because the Broadway, I hate that theater. And again, it's such a. I think what Gatsby does is so smart because of them not having that terrible back area open. Because that when you're sitting in the back of that theater, you're sitting 500 feet away. You're on outer space. But I just really loved them having that theater, and I wish we had more theaters that you could just do stuff with. Because I also think Gatsby is great as an immersive production where you're at the Gatsby party as Jeremy Jordan's bopping around.
I will say, I think Jellicle Ball in Circle in the Square would be perfect. It's the perfect size for it, and it'll sell it out, and so it'll be a huge demand. Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah. And it should be, and I'm very excited. Again, if we're going to keep doing Andrew Lloyd Webber, I want them to be weird. So I am here.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we get Starlight.
Yeah.
So we'll have Cats and then Evita and then Starlight.
But Starlight's going to, the problem is Starlight is going to have to, like, that's what they didn't want. They have to gut, they need a gut theater.
Yeah.
They could take Cabaret, they could take the August Wilson when Cabaret closes in 3 years.
It is Eva. It's Eva. It's Eva and Orville.
She'll be amazing.
Oh, the Audible show that she did at the Audible Theater.
I didn't see.
But they have it just for streaming for free on Audible. And she ends the show with Cabaret, and in it she prefaces as like this is a dream role for her, and she's always wanted to be Sally Bowles. So like,
I think I've heard her say that before.
Yeah, I mean it's again, I don't. And this is no shade to her. I don't necessarily. I mean, maybe Orville is like way more popular than I realized, but I don't think Orville's more famous than Adam. And I don't necessarily think she's more famous than like. So like, I don't know if that's gonna save Cabaret, but maybe they just think they can get. I mean, I'll go back.
Damn, I've only been once here. I need to go back though. I have a friend who's a cover, and I want to see it when she's on.
Yes.
Which one?
Corinne.
I really want to see Corinne.
I love her. She and I did the non-equity 7 Brides for 7 Brothers together.
I know. I'd like to see Corinne in it as well.
Wonderful. She's wonderful. Friends, thank you so much for joining us, especially Kate and Ashley. Thank you for joining us. I'm really excited for us. Will y'all live watch this with me on some agreed upon date around Tony Noms being announced?
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yeah.
And then we can like live chat and or live TikTok if she exists. And it's going to be so great. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see how right we were. I think we are. I think we have better odds.
I feel better this year than I did last year.
I actually don't know that I do because we haven't seen.
I definitely don't.
Like Redwood, Boop. Well, I've seen these out of town. Buena Vista, Just in Time, Real Women Have Curves, Dead. Like there's so much.
I feel so good about maybe Happy Ending that I don't.
I do too.
Yeah, it's like the main.
See, I feel like Katharine, you're more like where I was last year, where I'd seen most of them out of town. I have not seen a lot of these out of town.
I have seen most of these out of town. I think my biggest my biggest wild cards are how people will perceive Boop and Smash. Those two are huge question mark for me. And frankly, a bit of Operation Mincemeat. I think people will love it. I just am not sure how like widespread that love will be.
I am very curious to see its reception.
Ditto. Yeah, that and Dead Outlaw. I just think there's like a lot of like it's such an interesting time because like who would have thought that Oh Mary would be like the Broadway smash of the season, and here we are. And so I just think it's like kind of a wild, wonderful
next
time.
season. Here we are.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us. If you want to follow Kate, you can follow Kate at Last Midnight on Instagram. Theater is Life on TikTok, if it still exists. And then Ashley, you have the same handle?
Just my, well, it's technically my Instagram as an underscore because whatever, but
search for Ashley's name.
Yeah.
And then I'm at it's Katharine Quinn, and that's Showbiz, which is going to have so much new content. Actually, you will have seen all of it by now, so it's going to be great. Amazing.